Hi kids, today we'll making Gobi Paratha. This is very good and vegetarian.
Alright guys, so for this we are going to need dried flour, the gobi that you had left over, and if you have not seen the video that we made the gobi, when we were making the gobi, you can go ahead and watch the video that I'll link in the description box. And this right here is flour dough. We actually made this. We actually taught you guys how to dough this in the roti. So if you have not seen that, I'll also post that in my description box so you can get the full view of how to get this, because I don't think it's necessary for us to be making this all over again, or the gobi, since there's already videos on it. So I'll link both of them in my description box, or in my mommy's description box. And then we also got Crisco right here, which is like butter, margarine, whatever you want to use. Crisco is always the best. So what we did was just take a little spatula, spoon, whatever you want to use, or a butter knife would work as well. And you can just go ahead and take the Crisco and just put it all over.
Little bit, not too much.
You don't want to like overdo the Crisco. Just slightly go ahead and spread it all over the dough. And as you can see, the dough is not cooked. It's actually very, very soft. It'll just be like pizza dough. So then next you want to go ahead and take the gobi and place it right on the dough. Really get everything like covered. And the more gobi you have, the better it'll be. Now you can also do this with dal. We'll have future videos of dal and all different kinds of stuff. You can also do this with onions, garlic. You can also do this with keema, which is ground beef or meat, whatever you want to use. And then what you want to do is go ahead and start rolling it over. The seal right here, this is the seal which was on bottom. What you want to do is make sure that is on top, so when you're rolling your dough over, that you're covering the seal so nothing falls out of it. If you get anything like this where it breaks apart, you're gonna have to start closing it so nothing comes out of it. Then what you want to do is just go ahead and throw that right in the dried flour and start pressing it. You want to keep the flour, or you want to keep the dough very hard for this. Well, not extremely hard, but hard enough so it's not like super soft. You're not going to be able to cook this at first because it is going to be hard, but later on you will be. Now also keep in mind, the dough always gets harder. Once you dough some flour, it's always going to be really hard to use because it's very soft. Once you put it in the refrigerator, it tends to get hard, so you always want to use the one that you get out of the refrigerator. My mom just doughed this flour, that's why it's really hard for us to like manage and like, you know, work with it, but we're still gonna get it for you guys. Since it's not hard dough, it's gonna be hard, but we're still gonna work with it. Okay, so this is exactly how it should look, or if you have states, that's still fine. If you have all different kinds of shape of this, it's totally fine, because trust me, I don't know how to make roti either. So this is how it should look. Try to keep it as much of the cauliflower as you possibly can, or the gobi, and once it cooks on one side, you can go ahead and flip it, and it's gonna get very like crispy. You also want to go ahead and take some vegetable oil and just go ahead and lightly put some right on top of it. You want to go ahead and check to see if it's moving and it's not stuck to the pan first, and then you want to go ahead and flip it once like it starts to cook. Now this right here, it's cooking. This right here still has not cooked. So that's one side of the paratha. It's been flipped over once again, and as you can see right here, all these little parts, now that's very crispy, it's golden. The more crispier you want it, you can go ahead and put more oil on it. And the later crisp you want it, just put a little bit of oil in it. So as you can see, ours is just kind of medium, it's not like super intense crisp. So this is the final result of the gobi parathas. And we're just going to go ahead and cut it so we can kind of show you how it's going to be. Okay, so as you can see, there is like the gobi in there right there. And this is just the final results. You can also see the gobi is like right there. There you go. The gobi is like right here. This gives it a lot of flavor. And this is also good if you are a vegetarian. So if you want something different for you and your family, this is definitely good because there's no meat in it whatsoever.
I hope so you like this vegetarian paratha. I see you next time.